All right, my friends, welcome back to Frog Boy X1 Gaming and Tech Reviews. I'm Andrew, and I wanted to take you guys through my experience when I was talking to IBuyPower at CES 2026. Now, I was going through here because I'm trying to get all of my content, from the show actually uploaded, so that you guys don't think I was just sitting there playing around doing nothing. I mean, I kind of was playing around doing nothing, but. So I went through the booth with the HYTE guys, and they were explaining how they got the design philosophy for the X50 and the X50 Air. These cases look truly amazing in real life. I was like, wow, that actually really does look pretty cool. Like, it's really aesthetically pleasing, and I was like, gosh dang. And they showed us the one in orange, man. And the fact that these guys are, they put Radeon in their PCs too. I was like, wow, dude, to see some of these builds, like the first one you'll see in the video is an orange one. It's the HYTE, it's the HYTE X50, I believe, or it's the X50 Air. They kind of both look the same a little bit, but it's this new orange color that they've got out. They've got orange fans. They've got like orange GPU headers and stuff like that, and it just looked really, really freaking cool. Like, I was like, gosh dang. And then toward the end of the video, you guys will see the Silk Song build that they got. Very, very freaking cool. They built that in the X50, or I don't remember if it was the X50 or the X50 Air. There was somebody else there, doing the tour with me too. So I didn't get that one-on-one experience like I was thinking I was going to get. So, I mean, I guess I had like some high expectations after the Meta PC one, getting that like, one-on-one show and being able to just walk around and check everything out. You'll notice the camera's a little bit more stable in this one because I was using the Osmo Pocket 3, whereas the first one with Meta PCs, I was using a bigger camera. Just because of the way they had everything set up, it was kind of, two different layers, and some of the builds were low, so I just brought out the big camera, and so it was a little bit janky and stuff like that. But this one here is a lot smoother. But then we get over and we start looking at their older case. Where they're showing off the screen and the software that they actually built for the screen that will also work on the new Corsair, that Corsair screen that they got. I guess people are, not at 100% satisfied with the software on the Corsair. So the HYTE software should work with that new Corsair screen. It's like, it's that really long one, that 11-inch one or something like that. Pretty cool. Like, you'll hear them explain it kind of in the video and stuff. I'm not very good at the whole techie weird stuff, man. I'm good at like looking at things and being like, yeah, that looks cool, I want to buy it. I'm still at that point when it comes to like PC. I'm like, whoa, that looks cool, I like it. And guys, if you like something and it looks cool, I usually buy that stuff, dude. I'm usually the kind of guy that just buys that stuff. But I do want to give a freaking shout out to Wacom. They did send this out to me. This is the Move Ink 11. I'm gonna probably show this off in a few videos. It's a digital art pad. You can draw on this. I'm gonna be unboxing it and doing a review. You can pick these up at Amazon or even Best Buy. I'll even drop links in there for you for those. So now that we're done with that little shillness, let's get back into IBuyPower. IBuyPower, man. I thought this was a great experience. I had a really good time with Steve talking about the pre-builts and stuff. And if you guys haven't noticed, I've been doing a little bit more. I've been kind of focusing a little bit more toward the pre-built experience, just because I feel like the manufacturers, the pre-built guys, can kind of maybe absorb or hide a little bit of the cost when it comes to the new RAM prices and stuff. You'll see a lot of T-Force RAM in these builds. T-Force isn't horrible at all by any means. That was what was in the pre-built that I bought from CyberPower PC. It ran just fine. It worked just fine. I was able to play games and stuff like that. So look, guys, right now PC is going to be going through pretty dramatic experience for the foreseeable future. There's already rumors that the 60 series won't even hit the market till late 2027. And I'm perfectly okay with that. I don't know about you, but I'm perfectly okay with that. I do not think we need new GPUs every 2 freaking years. I think they should be 2 years or 4 years, maybe 4 years out. You know, maybe like really high end stuff can come out and people can buy that or whatever. But we don't necessarily need as much power as we got. So that's why I've been turning my attention over to these pre-builds. So that we can kind of take a look at some of this stuff so that you guys can get a better idea of what's going on in the market and stuff, and you know, get a little one-on-one. And that's why I'm giving you the experience that I had with these guys while we're talking, because remember, I'm just like you. I am a consumer, and I'm sitting here, I'm talking to the guy, I'm looking at the things that they're building out, you know, the new AIOs that IBuyPower is building. It was, yeah, AIOs and cooling. Like, they had some really cool, attractive air cooling that I was like, wow, that actually makes the PC, the aesthetic of the PC look better. And so when I'm looking at that, I'm like, gosh damn, dude, this is kind of cool. And there's just something about looking at these builds like in person, like you're walking around, you're looking at them and you're like, okay, you know what, man, you're buying the whole product. You're buying the whole product. And if it's aesthetically pleasing to you, that's all that really matters, my friends, because I'll tell you, building a PC, absolutely incredible. I think everybody should do it eventually. But being able to see some of these custom builds that are built, you know, factory built, stuff like that, some of these are very attractive. They're very cool. And you'll see toward the end when we get down to the actual like custom ones that they've got going with you know, like Silksong and the other company, like this other company that they kind of collabed on. And then they're ready to ship pre-built water, liquid, what are they, like liquid cooled, like water cooled. Like, these things were cool. Like, they're already pre-built, pre-made, so you don't have to do any of the stuff. It's just already pre-built and shipped that way. So I was like, gosh dang, man, that's actually pretty cool, because you hear a lot of people wanting to do that, and man, now you can get your very first one as a pre-built. So I'm gonna let you guys watch this video. Let me know in the comment section how you guys think. Trust me, I've taken a lot of feedback over the last few videos that I've put out, and I'm gonna try to do a better job next year at CES. Look, guys, I just didn't know what the hell I was doing. It's as simple as that. It's my first time. I'm there, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? You know, and it takes a lot of courage to even get up and go in the first place, and you know, put yourself out there. So be nice, be gentle. This is my first time. Remember, as things go, I will potentially get better at the way I do things. So hopefully you guys can appreciate the raw, uncut version of what it's like to go to CES and actually mingle with the people that build the products that you want to buy. So, my friends, have fun watching this, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Push out. So the case cost will be somewhere around $500. And so we're really faced with the challenge of, do we go through with this, do we bring it to market, or do we show people the process of what it takes to really think outside the box and redevelop how you make a case, and take all that learning and dump it into something that you can make.
I do like the way this looks, though.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Everybody
So this is a no product?
Correct. It's a concept. And unfortunately, I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, unlike other concept products from other competitors where they literally make a case as a concept that they know they're never going to make, we spent 3 years trying to actually make this.
So you're like, I want to show it off at least.
But it's just too expensive, so it's going to remain a concept.
Or maybe like let them order it for whatever it costs, man. It is what it is. If they really want it.
We did explore that option, but even for our expectations, we were looking at like maybe $10,000 for a single piece.
For a single piece? Oh wow, that is ridiculous. But it looks cool. I'm sure there's somebody who would want it.
So at CES, we also have Astro Orange, which is our brand new colorway for X50.
So orange and
also the fans come in orange now.
Oh, nice.
And then we have a brand new aesthetic cable kits that will be launching in the first half of this year.
So are
color
these
match connectors?
So you so can you actually, like, say I got a thermal tape, can I plug this into my thermal tape?
So we're making extensions, not one-to-one native cables.
Okay.
That way they work with any power supply.
Okay.
And so these will come in all 7 colorways. That way you buy our cases and our fans in whatever color. You can match your cables for that aesthetic too. We have braided sleeve cabling. It has silicone insulation on top of the copper, and so that's where the malleability comes from. Very easy to move around, and it's not going to become brittle and hard.
Are these 16 gauge too?
Yes, they are.
So on my 5090, that's my bend. That's what it looks like in my case. I'm like, no. I mean, it is what it is.
It's as long as it doesn't catch on fire, right?
Yeah, it's survived 4 months already.
There you go.
I do like that case. I like the fact that you got Radeon in there too.
Yes.
Let that baby be seen. Beautiful still legend.
Yeah, that's what we've gotten from.
Oh yeah, look, there's the orange fans right there.
Yep, the orange fans are in there too.
I do like that case. Somebody showed that. So somebody from my community actually was like, check out this case, and they bought it and they built in it. And then they were like, I don't know, I want the other type of case. And I was like, it does look cool. Like I do like that. Like the room for the tubes to come down. It looks good.
But it's something fresh and it's different. That's why people like it, because everyone's seen the fish tanks, everyone's seen the rectangles and the squares. It's like you finally get something round. It's like, whoa, that's different.
Yeah. And so this here is a lot easier to build then.
Slide your hand in.
Oh no, you're good though. Whoops, sorry. And so you guys are HYTE. You guys do that one too, right?
Software too, yeah. So this is, of course, the Y70 Touch interface. And part of our ethos for software was lighting and cooling control, along with the widgets for the display. But in terms of lighting, we now have OpenRGB SDK integration directly into Nexus, so it controls over 1,800 third-party devices. We also now detect motherboard ARGB headers, and we have a brand new lighting widget for the display.
Dude, look at
which
that.
lets you adjust all your lighting directly from it.
Look at that. You could just
Along
change
with
it
that,
all.
We also have our universal fan control. So cooling now also detects motherboard PWM headers and can control and synchronize them all to the same curves. And so we also have a similar cooling widget where if you go into immersive mode on our cooling widget here, you can actually see all your curves, adjust them real time, as well as change the response time modifiers. So let's say your
or whatever.
your fans are ramping too quickly, you can increase the response time so it waits more between the two intervals. You can select the inputs, so different sensors from your CPU, your GPU, etc., as well as the outputs. So all of this
I just saw the
you've
fans come on
selected
right when you did that.
goes to which fan, right? And so all of that directly controlled through the touchscreen. You don't have to leave whatever you're doing on the main computer. It's all handled through the Y70 Touch interface.
That is freaking awesome.
It gets its info from what, like a USB header?
Yes,
Right?
USB, correct.
Nice.
Awesome, yeah.
Was it like what, 720p screens? Or
1440p.
1440p, huh? Wow. And is this
Yeah, that's the
That screen?
Xeon Edge from Corsair. So not only does Nexus control our stuff,
But it also works with Corsairs?
alpha development to work on their screen as well.
Nice.
Because we've seen the reviews and complaints from users about their software on their screen.
Yeah.
They're like, we spent 3 years building the best touchscreen software for
Yeah,
PCs. So,
let's
hey, if you want to buy their screen but use our software, we'll let you do that.
Yeah. Hell yeah, at least it puts your name in their mouth, That's cool. I like that attitude when it comes to PC, like everybody's part of it. I like that because that's the way we all should be,
And that's where we're going with our next generation hardware and software.
Yeah.
We tried the whole proprietary ecosystem approach.
Yeah,
There's too many competing solutions, so we're going the open route. We're going to adopt PWM and ARGB headers more in the future for next generation hardware.
So the screen back here, that's you guys too, like the AIO?
That's on the AIO, yeah.
And that's your guys' designed AIO?
That was our designed AIO, yes.
Oh, I didn't know you guys did. See, this, I didn't know. I'm actually fairly new to PC, about 4 years now. I came from consoles.
Okay.
So when I started my channel, I was an Xbox guy, and now here I am. 5090, bro. No, I'm just Can I pop this off?
Yeah.
let you do it. Just wanted to show. That actually looks nice. I like them fans. That AIO fan. That looks nice. Yeah, I've heard a lot of. We got the same motherboard. Nice.
Good, man. How are you? It's good to see you.
Man, that is a nice case. These ones over here, is that
Those
just
are
the
mods.
same?
Yeah, those three are mods.
Those are nice. I like the cat one.
All right.
Steven!
How convenient. They're like right perfectly timed too.
Nice, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, where are we going?
Working on
Okay, I gotta put.
and yeah, you got.
Now on our website there are different email channels. So we are debuting 2 new sets of cases. We have our Trace X case and our Element Pulse X case in black and white colorways. As you can see, like the Trace X is very much a very contemporary case.
So the Trace X, Element Pulse X,
Yep.
and then Optimus. Is that?
No, it's Trace X, Element Pulse, no Optimus, unfortunately. But
Well, I guess I didn't hear what you first said. Like,
oh, I see. So no, so these will be rolled out not only on our website but also at various like stores.
Oh,
Like, you'll
okay,
see
so-
these at Best Buy, Walmart, Costco.
yeah. So I'm
different
a
configurations.
I'm a Best Buy affiliate, so it's pretty cool. I can add them
Okay.
to my little store thing or whatever.
Noted.
That's pretty cool. Very nice.
Noted.
Yeah, let's go.
Best Buy stores. You want hit me up via email because there might be some detail opportunities with some of the detail specific stuff.
Okay.
But we can talk about that later. So these will be shown later on in the year. Like quarter 1's the official date for these.
Oh, and
Quarter 1
so
/ January, like that.
okay. Very nice.
So what's really unique about these is just the modern design compared to like traditional gamer cases. So like this introduces a rounded front
Rounded
side
front,
panel
yeah.
that's also tuned, so you can take it off.
So can I ask like a question, like price wise? So is this the case? The price
Just
is like
the
99?
case.
And so like price wise, these are like in that $15, $16, $17 range, or
The configuration itself is going to vary depending on what the parts are.
oh, okay, so
So
it's,
like the case itself, if you just buy it from our gear store, $99 flat
Okay.
for both the Element Pulse and the Trace. The configuration is going to depend on the system. So like you'll likely see PCs sold within like around $1,000, $1,500 range on the retail side, maybe $2,000 for more feature PCs. And then you'll also see these features across a bunch of different price points on our website, like IBuyPower.com. So you'll see them on the starter friendly level to more of the price to performance and premium levels.
yeah.
What I really like about the Trace is you saw like the flowing vent design.
Yeah.
So this
Very
one
nice.
integrates an optional RGB kit for additional lighting. But as you can see, like the vent goes along the top side, and then on the bottom side, it basically matches the fans are.
Nice. I do like that.
Fans come with the cases.
That is a good question. I will have to double check on that.
I actually kind of like the aesthetic of this case.
I do too.
That case looks, that aesthetic looks nice.
Last year, we debuted our Element Pro 9 case, which was basically just more tempered glass with a power button corner right here.
Yeah.
So we basically just updated the design to focus more on like compatibility with more basic components, while really upping the RGB elements. So like we have RGB LEDs that are diffused that go along, that bleed along the edge of the case.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it looks really nice, and they come with like a bunch.
I like that. I like that. This is the first time I've seen an air cooler that I'm like, all right, that actually kind of looks cool. I'm an AIO guy myself.
I'll get to that in a bit. One real quick, just showing you our KM10 keyboard and mouse bundle. So basically, right now on the current IBuyPower systems, they rock the KM7, like when you're buying pre-built for like the retail store. These are basically upgrades to that generation. So it's still about the same quality as the KM7, except there's additional RGB lighting on the side, and there's media functionality, including a knob right here.
These actually don't feel bad though. I bought a CyberPower PC to review on my channel, and that keyboard was absolute. Yeah. So this is standard in like when your guys' pre-builds now?
This will be standard in the year.
In a year?
Like, I believe these will be rolling out specifically within these cases. But I expect these to be rolled out largely once the KM7 is phased out.
Yeah. So that's a new KM10. Oh, and you can like $35.
Yeah, if
Really?
You want to order it from like the gear store, basically, from our website, for $35 with a keyboard and mouse combo. You want to get that? That's all it costs.
These are actually not that bad.
But still pretty robust in terms of feel. They do,
Yeah, that's not bad for like it packed in. The mouse comes with that too.
Yep,
This mouse.
comes with that as well. The mouse has an RGB effect within the palm right here. What I really like is just like the thumb, like the grip for your thumb right there.
Yeah.
That I didn't see it in the mock-up, but then I saw.
Oh, you got me
it.
food?
I was like, oh, that's actually nice.
Nice.
Now on the coolers.
Yeah.
So we have here our AW5 and our AC5 AIO and our CPU coolers. So AW4 was our previous generation AIO, which had a vortex swirl RGB design.
Okay.
This has been replaced with a segmented display that connects to the motherboard and runs off of HYTE Nexus. So basically, if you have this AIO and you have HYTE Nexus installed, it pulls the CPU temperatures, the usage, and the fan speeds right there in front. I was just reminded of like the guy that tried to test the Tesla, with like the
the lights. I'm attracted.
But yeah, the display is the display will show you all the information right at the back if you need just like a very quick look.
That's pretty nice.
It's really cool, just because like it's very accessible for someone that only wants to see like certain temperature. They don't want all the media functionality. If they just want just to say they have a screen, that's a really cool effect. Plus, there's also a digital RGB on the edge right here,
Oh yeah.
and that's also customizable as well.
Yeah, that's cool. I'd see when I first got my PCs, I was getting just regular AIOs, but these I actually like these. I bought the ROG Ryujin 3 and the screen on there. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Our AC5 is basically an RGB tower heatsink, so you can install a 120mm fan. On the cooler side is extended cooling, and then of course we also have a little RGB flare with iBuyPower.
See, these actually look really cool. Like I like those.
These will largely
I mean, when you look at that on the side,
be integrated as a digital as an option for like standard entry level PCs and mid range PCs, but then you can also, I believe, we'll also be including it as an option like on our configurator as well.
So you guys do a lot more proprietary stuff for your guys' builds. Like, what about motherboards? Are the mother? So I can see that that's ROG. It's the same motherboard I have.
It's we largely
Mag, Asus. Okay, so you guys are using full on. That's like one of the things.
We largely try to stick to off-the-shelf components in terms of like the major build itself.
Okay.
So we do have like a lab team that does experiment and try out different products.
Okay.
Especially ones that not only bring it to retail but also introduce new things to other people. The AW4 that we had last year was a really good example of that. Just because it was like one of our first water coolers that we made, and it was actually really well done. Like it kept temperatures really well in pace, and it was pretty simple, but it was a very good product.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah. I mean, if the product's good, it's good. What about PSU? Are we doing like?
No, nothing in the PSU range at this point.
So those are all off the shelf basically too. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say like the keyboard, the AIO, and the coolers are definitely areas that we've done in the case design.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
the other components, those are still off the shelf.
Yeah, I mean these are actually stylish. They look really good. And as long as they're like good with temperatures and stuff, I don't see nothing wrong with them at all.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how people get the hang of this.
Yeah. So these are showing off here. These are
showing off here. The AC5, these will be rolling out in pre-built PCs later this year.
Okay.
Probably around quarter one as of right now. So we probably start seeing these integrated in systems.
Okay.
Same thing with the AW5. You can buy the AW5 separately if you like for $99.
okay. That's actually a good deal.
But not this. Not this guy.
Not as of now, but if you wanted, let people know, and then there might be an option.
Yeah.
But you can configure, like you'll see this on RDYs, so on pre-built PCs, and then on our configurator as well.
Nice.
Let me show you one last cool thing. Do you remember Element CL?
Element ZL.
Element CL from IBuyPower.
I'm actually.
No worries, I'm good at this. So Element CL, it was at the time, was basically iBuyPower's first attempt and to bring hardline water cooling to pre-built PCs. So the idea is you buy a PC, plug it in, and then you have all this hardline water cooling.
Okay.
Pre-assembled, pre-made out of the box. It's very easy to maintain. We're exploring that concept again with the Trace XTL gaming PC concept. So basically, we're using our Trace X as like a framework, and we introduce a custom distro plate that combines the reservoir, the pump, and the cooling routing to basically maximize space and aesthetics as well. What's really cool about this is that, there we go. This brings back inadjustable sliding terminals. So right here, you're basically able to fine-tune the position of the inlet and outlet ports towards the CPU and the GPU for maximum efficiency.
Nice.
And the idea is still the same. Like, if you were to buy this PC, you're going to enjoy like hardline water cooling, be introduced to it, and it's built in such a way that there's only a certain amount of steps you would need to do to maintain the cooling, as opposed to having to plot out the system by yourself, crafting it, making sure the testing is right and everything.
So this is inside the glass though still, right?
Correct. So as you can see here, the distro plate's right over here on the edge. And then the reservoir is basically pumping through right over here.
Oh, nice.
It's like a D5 pump or something, or like a D5 Vario pump, or what pump is...
So this is going to be pre-built.
That is a good question. I'm trying to say my guy Calvin Lin was here because he's the one that was in charge of the project. But yeah, so like the intent would be like if people are interested, this could be something to potentially bring back as like a potential item. So like if you really want to do like high-end water cooling at like pre-built PC prices, this would be like one way we could explore doing that.
It's kind of cool actually. And that's the CPU and the GPU, one reservoir.
Yep.
Oh, even these fans over here in the radiator too.
Yeah, like all of it's kind of connected.
Custom distro plate, or is it like a Liam Lee? I missed that part.
It is a custom distro.
Custom distro plate.
Can we get like a different design on it though?
You can suggest it.
Yeah, like.
But yeah, that's what we're showcasing so far. And then the last thing to show off is basically our concept PC. Not concept PC, but our showcase PC. So
This is pretty cool.
we worked with a creator called HYTE Origins to do a K-pop Demon Hunter themed PC. We also have a collaboration with Liquid House, where they took our X50 case and they modified it to include a Y70 touch screen on there. Look at the water cooling that they've done.
Oh wow, that is badass.
Yeah, these guys are masters in terms of building out and plotting out really, really exquisite systems using hardline water cooling.
Oh yeah, look
Especially
at
with the black gold, it's really, really exciting.
that is badass.
And then right here we also have our Silksong PC. So
Silksong.
The story behind that was that AMD was
Junior's gonna love that.
And so, as part of that collab, we were chosen to do a piece based off one of the nominees. And we got Silksong, and that was really nice.
Silk freaking song. Junior's gonna love that. I just got him his first PC.
I already have a PC, and I want another.
I know. I've got two of them now.
We'll take two.
I feel you.
Well, I got my space heater, the 5090, and then I got my
There you go.
my 9070 XT. That's my daily driver.
Nice. Cool. Glad you guys stopped by.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got all the HYTE. You got HYTE
I did.
here?
I did.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
So probably later. I have it set up so like